je divan osjećaj ploviti prostranstvima vlastitog bića, jer kada smo utočeni u ono što radimo iz srca, onda i duša pjeva. Tada nema otpora i sve nekako teče. Za mene su to definitivno dubine human dizajna i sa vama ih dijelim. Prije svega kao podsjetnik samoj sebi da je moj put ovdje osvijetliti svima vama na nekoj razini s kojima mi se putevi sretnu, sve one ljepote koje već imate u sebi, a negdje ste ih putem zaboravili i spremili. Sve vi to zapravo već jako dobro znate o sebi na nekoj razini, a moj je zadatak naći onu pukotinu u vama kroz koju me vaša duša može čuti, baš sada. I kako ne postoje slučajnosti, baš sada je onaj pravi link između vaše esencije koja napokon želi van i moga vodstva na vašem putu. S vama dijelim dio prve razine dublje analize nečije karte human dizajna i uspješno položen final exam na professional trainingu level 1. Uživajte! Hello Alison. It's so nice to meet you. And first of all, I really would like to thank you for your trust in my guidance today and really do my best to bring closer your genetic blueprint. During these consultations, anytime when you really have that inner sense that you need to ask something, please do so. Interrupt me and ask whatever that is inside of you. So let's begin. In the frame of human design, your main gift and purpose in this life is efficiency. You have an energy to quickly move from response to manifestation, and that is especially visible through your consistent life force energy that goes directly to expression with outside world. Just remember that this quality of yourself always function through response, always in response. Your great power comes only in responding to life. The gate of saying yes is your solar, positive masculine and creative force. Here, in a sacral energy resources, is where your light of your conscious personality shines. In this life, you are learning about state that exist when momentum outstrips awareness, and your confusion represents your conscious self, ego, radiance, and creative expression. Part of your life's work to express in a satisfaction way can show up on one side as a power to persevere that makes no sense, and on the flip side, the power in confusion to caution rather than saying yes. Your radiance comes through responding, in a way of committing your energy to something or someone new, and you will persevere through whatever the cycle of discovery brings. Each correct commitment which in responding you make supports the maturation of your full potential for discovery of who you are in relationship to the others and the world. You may have a sensation of feeling rootless, undergrounded, not easily centered at times. Through your recognition of feelings is how you ground the light of your abysmal on this planet. What you are learning about is how to balance through the discipline to maintain right action. Your enforcement represents your conscious role on earth. Your consciousness is grounded with this inconsistent energy that can show up as the strength to eliminate negative feelings on one side, and a lack of strength in eliminating negative feelings on the flip side. Your clinging fire has feminine quality where you give substance to the conscious purpose of your power to commit to the process without the need to know where it will take you. Your stability can be found in balancing your recognition of feeling through enforcement with the expression of your saying yes to whole new cycles of things. Alison, you have abstract embodiment of experience. That is so important for you to grasp with a channel of discovery, a design of succeeding where others fail. Your innovative energy teaches you about pacing and will bring an unusualness to your core essence. You can experience it as a determination to stay with a rhythm which brings success on one side, and on the flip side, determined to say no to the very rhythm that brings success. On the unconscious side, these sudden, unexpected actions can be projected upon as prima donna that is fixed in the determination to succeed that may offend others. So, sink yourself deeply through response into the experience, and your chances to gain great value from that experience comes later. Be patient with your process. You are here for the experience, and results of the experience are what matters. And here is about reflection. It is about examination and analysis after the experience that is so important for you to grasp. After that, you can be able to share it with others. I just want you to remember that you are learning in this life about emotions. So any kind of emotional decision is not good for you. Are you aware sometimes of the things that you are that you are in some kind of situation, you are a barometer of the emotional health of others? Can you recognize that in your life? And can you recognize that potential wisdom that is through you in this life? Great importance is that you are here to experiment with your responding to life and your inner place through which you make decisions. That is your life force energy in order to determine which truths are important to face with. You are designed to be cool. And each time when you feel uncomfortable emotionally, leave room until the coolness returns. Also enjoy some alone time every day to release emotional conditions from others. Can I ask you something? Do you feel sometimes that something is missing inside of you and you do blame yourself and cannot find wholeness inside of yourself? Maybe in a way that sometimes two Alisons are living inside of you. Can you recognize those traits in you? Just become aware that there is nothing you need to fix or repair in yourself, and creation of life will bring the right others through which connection you will sense that wholeness. Remember also that quality of your life depends on your bond with the right other, always in response, in the now. Your decisions about anything that is important for you in your life comes through that gut feeling. On the other hand, our mind is here to convince us in different actions, different choices than our inner gut feeling. And remember that mind is with us for whole of our life and will tell us same old story that we already know. And in your case, Those old stories can go in a way that sometimes you can feel that you are not good enough, that you need to prove your worth to the others, that you need to pretend to be certain, that you need to pretend that you are nice and avoid confrontation and truth, that you need to know all the answers on everybody else's questions, and to be definitely certain about everything in your life. Guess what? You don't. Those are the parts through which you are learning in this lifetime, and probably you will gain your PhD in those aspects of your imprint. Sometimes your mind can play a game with you that you do not have depth in your knowledge, skills and competencies, that you are not intuitive and don't know how to pay attention in the now. Maybe your mind will convince that you should have fixed patterns and fixed rhythms in life. Or you don't have flair for innovative guidance. Just remember, this is a mind game and he will always be a part of your life, as it should be, otherwise it will be boring. And he will try to convince that you need to do something about those aspects that you feel inside of you that are missing. But no. Always in responding, you will meet the other people who will bring you those aspects that your mind is judging you and blaming you that you are missing something. Remember, you do not need to fix anything because nothing is broken. Just live your generative force and always in responding in the now. Choose for yourself only those relationships, projects, jobs, ideas that makes you happy and fulfilled. Because those feelings, when you put your energy in activities that lights you up, satisfaction through your life just shines. Also, the light of your direction of the now. Light of your direction of the now are always radiating in an empowering way that leads to have a consistent way of manifestation. The contemplation is your solar, positive, masculine and creative force. You can empower with consistent expression of being and receptive using your beautiful charisma. You are learning about this through understanding derived from analysis of personal actions and effects that is fixed in the expression of self-consciousness awareness in the now on one side, and fixed on the flip side, the expression of self-consciousness in the extreme. When responding, you can rely on your life force energy to express your direction in the now and come to trust your knowing about when to empower yourself through your actions on which you're responding, and in that way you can create a powerful, authentical expression that can be an example for others. You're definitely here to role model the expression of yourself in the now. The light of your direction in the now enables broadcast your core essence, Allison. Your power of the great is how you ground the light of your direction in the now. Your power has a feminine quality where you give substance to the conscious purpose of your contemplation. Your stability can be found in balancing your vital energy that emerges naturally, and you are learning about indiscriminate display of power that you will experience, or through the display of power that defines any role on one side, and the calculated display of power in order to define the role on the other side. Your stability can be found in balancing your power of machismo with a contemplation of self-awareness. One of your great talents lies in your fixed rhythms, very consistent way of perfecting the patterns and having the energy to ultimately perfect the patterns. Since our institutionalized world has all kinds of committees and many theories needing to be put into practice or experiment with, but there is always a lack of resources. Many theoretical premises and potential corrections are denied the opportunity to even be experimented with because they lack resources. So, you are here to build into this very system a font of energy through vitality, the resources necessary to challenge, to perfect, and to go through this process logically to a point where a pattern is both secure and obvious. So your motivation, your focus will be expressed as a cyclical energy which intermittently fuels the love of life in a very fixed way, and through your personal law and protection, you are here to experience in a very fixed way the taste of an obsession with correction that does not bring satisfaction. Without this insatiable drive to challenge, perfect, and correct, we would not have secure patterns about what tomorrow may or may not be. In that sense, if we stay a little bit here, have you noticed that your beautiful, intuitive, and gifted critic can be your personal law as you do obey your morals? Your personal right or wrong that has eye for detail and always needing to know the facts and can pick out priceless details in complex situations. In that sense, if you don't respect your morals, you may be limited through life by lacking of useful and potentially inspiring ideas for others. You may be experiencing it as a scared that new knowing will never come and that you will never know what needs to be known. Have you noticed this through your life experience, Allison? Allison, there is a challenge with your self-awareness when it comes to supporting the needs of your tribe. You are a part of the environment where there is a lot of conflict and people like you feel insecure. Learning to control the flood of emotions. Can you please experiment through responding to life about supporting the needs of your tribe, not initiating any kind of emotional decisions because they are conditioned by environment in which you are, and only in response confront in those conflicts that are correct for you. Through your communication and thinking, your conflicts teaches you about the ability to secure support and create strength out of a weak position. Your allegiance represents your conscious part in consistent way of communication that is fixed in a sensitivity to controls which may eventually reject intimacy. Remember, you are not designed to bring emotional decisions. Although you can feel the emotions of others, and only in responding you will have that inner sense of what kind of defensive supports bring to your tribe and support the needs of everyone in your tribe. Your law and protection on this side, your law and protection bring unconscious conflict through the triumph to support the needs of your tribe. And you are learning here about position on natural and unchangeable power. Only when you are respecting your personal sense of right and wrong, that is going where no one else dares to go, shocking other people in unconscious and inconsistent material way, because others will see in you that quality. Only then, when you respecting your personal morals, your law and protection can come on your way, and your awareness through pH balance in your body can be protected. Your possibility of awareness could transform the nature of all of humanity's intimacy. Always in responding. You will know who is in and who is out of your tribe, who can penetrate or be penetrated. Saturn teaches you about selfishness and adds discipline, restrictiveness if you don't obey your law, and protection in bringing emotional decisions. He will define boundaries in nourishing your tribe. He is learning you about how to first care for yourself, and that you can care, after that you can care for the others. You are learning about obvious laws that to give one must have, and through unconscious life force energy, this quality can show up as a power to care for oneself first, and on the flip side, the power of selfishness that is manifested through envy. Always trust your gut feelings, and in responding, you will know who to defensively support that is part of your tribe. There is a challenge with your mental awareness. Also, when it comes to shared logical patterns, your unconscious motivation of your answers can sometimes build possible anxiety when your mind doesn't understand something. This understanding of mental conceptualization and investigation of life can potentially come out with tremendous release at times. You may not trust the driving force of your formalizations within, since it is sometimes there and the other times it's not. Trust your gut feelings always, to know when to respond and share your brilliant answers. You are learning about the recognition of limitations in oneself and others that leads to tolerance and the suspensions in judgment. This quality can show up in a very fixed way as a potential to recognize that not everyone can understand. Your innovative energy of fixed rhythms is bringing unusualness in your understanding that leads to have consistent vitality and life force energy. What you are learning about in this lifetime is about fundamental attunement to natural rhythms. Your compulsiveness represents your conscious innovative energy on one side, and inner peace represents your unconscious body, always in responding. Your unusualness of routines and habits in life will bring creative and unpredictable energy. If we stay a little bit on your life force energy, I can tell you also that the gate of power skills adds a dimension of imagination to your vitality and creative force energy. A mystical part of your blueprint on a conscious side learns you about the wisdom that investing in expertise brings rewards, and can show up as a key to power that lies in not trying to be and to do everything alone. And on the other side, the key to power that is doing everything individually. On your unconscious body side, you will learn about utilization of talent and wealth for the highest good, and your individual and empowering expression of possession in great measure is fixed there. You can see it's fixed there. That means that mysterious part of your body consciousness can show up as the power of selfishness to fuel greed. Always remember that your creative potential lies in loving the work you do, and in responding. You can find that empowerment in yourself, and through authenticity you can be example for others. Although sometimes it can be hidden from you, but remember that you have a power to find your unique direction in life. Now I would like to tell you something about your environment in which you will fulfill your purpose. You are designed here to see in a very practical way your environment that is filled with external forces that are restrictive and constrained. And dilemma may be being overwhelmed by the power of the environment around you. In this stage of your life, it is your midlife point, and you are beginning to develop that quality of behavior that can handle those mundane and trivial situations. And your seeing is designed in a very projected way. Others see those traits in you. On the other hand, where you designed to be in this lifetime, and people that will be part of your environment, it will show up as uncomfortable environment, but necessary for the fulfillment of your purpose. There can be an emotional turmoil of the difficulties of life, commonality of conflict and friction, deep fears of experiential failure. And any time when you recognize those traits, that's mean that you are in the right environment through which you can successfully fulfill your purpose. Dear Alison, I hope that this short reading will bring some light in your everyday life and everyday obstacles. And just I need to repeat myself once again. Just trust your inner guidance, always through responding, because all your correct relationships, jobs, ideas and projects will be on your way and will bring satisfaction through your life. And thank you so much.